y'all, I'm Hope here at Crafty Hope, and welcome. It is time for the week 38 mixed media prompt project for hashtag Crafty Hope prompts. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and hopefully we're going to get right to it. So Crafty Hope prompts is a challenge I created back in October for myself, but I've opened it up for any of you that would like to also play along for some additional inspiration. I have found that I really enjoy prompts. And so I was trying to think of ways I could use it. I've got lists and lists and lists of them. And I wanted to kind of combine them all into something a little more cohesive, and realizing that there were 52 cards in a playing card deck and 52 weeks in a year, that seemed the perfect opportunity to build myself a prompt deck. So I basically combined all those lists and made some more lists and came up with 156 prompts, which is 3 prompts a week for that whole year. So each Monday I'm drawing those 3 prompts and altering the playing card into a prompt card. So one side of it has those prompts that I draw each Monday, and the other side is my decorative side. Both sides include the prompts in some way, but it's just Monday is like an exploration day for me for those. On Saturday of each week I then do a different project. Sometimes it's an art journal page or a tag or an assemblage or bookmarks or whatever I can come up with. Today I'll be using a little junk journal that I've been using for a while. I'm almost done with it, but that's how I'm incorporating them. If you want to play along, you can absolutely use those same 3 prompts that I use each week and do whatever you want. Alter your own card, or do a tag or an art journal page or any of those other things any way you want to do it. Or I have that list of 156 prompts below that you are welcome to print out and use at your will. I do ask, just so I can see what you make, that you use the hashtag Crafty Hope prompts so I can see how this is working out for you. Also, if you can, tag me. I'm at Crafty Hope pretty much everywhere, not TikTok, but everywhere else. That, sometimes those algorithms are even hiding the hashtags from me or putting them in weird order, so I'm not seeing the newest posts. So anyway, that's how you can play along. So this is the card I made for week 38. I really love it because the prompts are blue, staple, and charcoal. So I'm going to tell you what I've gathered. Not much, really. Blue, I haven't gathered anything. Staple, I do have the same little stapler that I have here. I think it's kind of like the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, but I think I got it on clearance somewhere. And then charcoal, I have some willow charcoal sticks. These I bought at Five Below, I think, for $5 or below. And then I also have just a regular charcoal pencil. This is one of the Generals. It is I don't know, it says 557 4B soft. So if that means something to you, that's what I have. I don't know what that means. Oh, for blue, I did grab this. I've got this butterfly that's got shades of blue and this like bluey green on it. So I did get something blue out. And like I said, I'm going to work in this little junk journal I created. I can put a link up here to how I made this journal. I made it ages ago, and it is so close, y'all. This is the second to last. So here's the spread, and then this is the last page. So I am trying to finish it up, hopefully soon. So that's why I'm working it again. I know my last junk journal page was in this as well, but I can't help myself. I'm so close to done. Gotta do it. All right, guys, I am going to go get some clean paint water or some brush water because this is gross, and I'll be back in just a second. I did change that water out. It was awful. And I'm going in with some collage, and for a couple of different reasons. For one, those 2 pages are so different. I want to make them a little more cohesive by adding bits of paper that are from like the same sources. So I've got like some book text there. I'm using my Oohoo glue stick to glue these pieces down. And that's all it really needs, is something simple, fast. I do love to start off with some collage. It gives me that kind of motion to get me kind of moving before I make any real decisions on the design. Like I said, it kind of makes the backgrounds a little more cohesive and just gives it a good feeling. It kind of gets me in that creative groove. It's like a warm up almost when I start collaging, and I like that. So these pages are looking already pretty similar, and I'm using, y'all, I have this container over there. It's my smaller scraps, And so I just pull out things from it. I have found that I really like things in a neutral, like black, white, rusty colors when I start collaging. This is a piece of embossed paper that I think I did when I had embossed paper as one of my prompts. So yeah, that went, because I've just got little bits of it. It went in this small scrap bin. I think some of the bigger pieces are in my big scrap bin. So I'm sticking those down also with just that Uhu glue stick. I think this is one of the last pieces. No, I think there's one more piece after this. But just sticking this down, you can really feel this coming together. And I'm also, by collaging, I'm thickening up some of these pages as well. Some of them are kind of thin. And putting down some collage helps. I don't know. The one on the left I was less concerned about because it already had something behind it. So it already had like a layer of collage and materials back there. But the one on the right, I don't even know what it is. It's a book page of some kind, I believe. And yeah. Oh my goodness. I've got what I thought was a sticker. It used to be a sticker at some kind. It's of some kind at some time. And because it has a back that peels off, but there is no stick to it at all. So yeah. All right, I think I'm finally getting this done. I should have sped that up. A lot of times I do speed up the collaging, but because this was such a short video really for me, I didn't see the need to. So for blue, I'm going to go straight in with a couple of sprays. This first one was a Distress Oxide in Uncharted Mariner. I kept calling it Enchanted Mariner. It's not. It's Uncharted Mariner. And then the other one is a Lindy's spray. I will have to put that in the description box below for you. I don't remember what that one is called. I think it's Sea Azures or something like that. I don't know. I put those two down and dried that, and then decided I needed to lighten this up with some white splatter. So I grabbed some Waverly chalk paint in white, and because I found that makes some really great opaque splatter. So I'm using that and splattering in. And I didn't really think about it, but because those sprays are water reactive, that these opaque white splatters are going to soak up some of that blue color. So though there will be white splatters there, but really it's the larger splatters that keep their like whiteness, whereas the rest of them they soak up some of the blue. So that was my bad not thinking about that. So I did try that. See what I mean? Like, it's still white splatters, it's just not the white that I wanted. And then I'm going to come in with some gold acrylic craft paint. I've got this bottle of, oh God, it's Delta Cream Coat. I don't even know if you can buy that brand anymore, but it's one of my favorite gold paints that I have, and I use it sparingly because I love it so. But I've got so many gold paints that I really need to just use this before it absolutely goes bad. And I'm using it just by doing some mark making. I'm doing a little series of dashes, but I'm doing only 6 at a time. I don't know what was my reasoning, but I wanted kind of almost the same mark making in different places, but not exactly I don't know. I was playing. It felt right. Once I got my little marks down, I decided to go ahead and splatter some of that gold all over the page because that's what I do. So I will dry this once again, and that does help the gold pop a bit more. I don't know why with gold, but when you dry it, it really pops. So I've pulled out my charcoal pencil there, but I'm not quite ready to use it. I wanted to just do some kind of scribbling on there, but I was like, wait, I need to figure out maybe my focal before I put down this charcoal. So I've got that butterfly I pulled out, and I've got tons of little bits of scrap paper on my desk. Some of it, a lot of it's from my iCAD where I'm doing all the stitching, the embroidery stitches. And so I've got little bits I've torn off of some of the fabrics that I've used. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to stack some of these, but it also needed something, so I'll pull in some book pages. I think it's some dictionary page I've been using in all kinds of projects. It's just a piece of dictionary paper that somehow has gold splatter or something on it. I must have used it to pick up some splatter, but anyway, I'm going to use that to help separate some of that fabric. And now I'm using my charcoal pencil in a way I've not done before y'all see what I'm doing? I'm doing like a little squiggly line that would be like the path that the butterfly has flown or something. So, and I did use my finger to kind of blend it out a little, and then I went over it again a couple more times. And this, for some reason, didn't smear much at all. I think if I broke out like a blending tool or something, it probably would have. But I was like, you know what? I kind of like that you can see the variety of lines I've got on there. So I left it. And my one and only staple on this page is right here. And yeah, I stapled that butterfly to that stack of paper and fabric. And yeah, that will be my one staple. And I realized that I lost some of my little gold marks by where I'm putting that little stack. So I added a few more. I'm going to try that. I will put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the back of that stack here in just a second to go ahead and glue it down. And then all I really need from there is going to be a sentiment. It's just one of those things for me. I always have to add some words of some kind. I don't know why. It's for me, it's like a final touch. It needs to say something, like literally and obviously. So I go through my stack of sentiments and stickers and things like that, and I found a one that I had typed up. Y'all can print it out. I will try to remember to put a link to that below. It was a bunch of sentiments I had typed up for me, for you, for whoever. And this one says, hold tight to your dreams. And it was just the right size. And I kind of felt like it went really well with that page with very dreamy blues and a night skyish, but I don't know. So, but I want to also give it a backer so that it has some of that grunge and all of that. So I'm going to ink the edges first with Distress ink in Black Soot and use my glue stick again and just glue that to the fabric. And the fabric I'm using for this one, I think, is one of the same fabrics I've used on the butterfly. Like I said, it's just one of those scraps that is piled up on my desk. So I'll cut it down and then glue it. And then I think I'm going to just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the back of the fabric and glue it down. And that will be it. This was a super, super quick. Like I said, I really like these 3 prompts. These are just so much my jam, except for the staple. I don't often use the staple, but it's such an easy thing to incorporate. And I don't use it often. That's why it's on my list. It's because I hardly ever use the staples, even though I keep a staple gun right there on my desk. All right, guys, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button and that bell icon too if you want to get notified when I upload new videos. I've got a lot going on right now. In addition to these Crafty It prompts, there's my iCAD and I've got some jewelry stuff going on. And so if you want to see all of that, make sure you get those notifications. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Use that hashtag if you play along and tag me. And I will see y'all very soon, on Monday at least, with the week 39 prompts. I'll see y'all then. Thanks for watching. Bye.